Good evening, I'm Emmanuel LABAN KUMBAINE. Welcome to Pokopoko News. These are the news headlines. Election day. Voting begins in USA with Trump and Harris neck and neck in polls. Big carbon emissions threaten 1.5C climate threshold sooner than thought. Doctors paid up to €200 overtime to tackle NHS backlog. Here are the news details. Doctors paid up to €200,000 overtime to tackle NHS backlog. Senior doctors are charging the NHS premium rates for overtime as pursued to cut waiting list in allowing. Let us get more details from our reporter, Michelle.
Doctors paid up to $200,000 overtime to tackle NHS backlog. Senior doctors are changing the NHS premier rates for overtime as pressure to cut waiting list is allowing some to make more than $200,000 a year from additional worker. That is near double the average base pay for a full-time consultant in England. Many of the consultants earning the most are thought to be part-time, allowing them to work significant amount of overall rates exceeding $200,000 an hour, more than 4 times normal pay. In response, Health Security said
On day, voting begins in USA with Trump and Harris neck to neck in polls. Election day voting has begun in the United States with Donald Trump and Kamala Harris vying to become the next president. Let us get more details from our reporter, Gertrude.
Impose. Election day voting has begun in the United States with Donald Trump and Kamala Harris vying to become the next president. Polls have been opened in most states. Harris has advocated for abortion rights and to lower food and housing costs for working families, whereas Trump has vowed to sell the board and has proposed tax cuts worth trillions. Americans are not just choosing the president, they are also picking members of the U.S. Congress, and some states are voting on abortion rights. More than 82 million people voted before election.
Big carbon emissions threaten 1.5C climate threshold sooner than thought. The report states that global warming would likely rise up to 1.5 centimeters above pre-industrial levels. Let us get more details from our reporter, Gertrude.
Carbon emissions threaten 1.5C climate threshold sooner than thought. Researchers say that world may be committed to breach the 1.5C limit by 2029, rather than the mid-2030s. They say record average emissions of carbon dioxide over the past 3 years are a key factor. They also point to having a better understanding of how the burning of fossil fuels affects the atmosphere. After a year unprecedented heat, with the world's hottest month recorded in July, temperatures to be close to 1.5C above the pre-industrial level before the world first started heavily using coal, oil, and... Welcome to Pokopoko News. I'm Nari Sogetru, always here to give you updates around the world. News headlines. Ukraine in new mobilization as Russia advises. Japanese ruling party loses its majority in Bro to new PM. One man dies in Channel while crossing attempt. News in details. Ukraine in new mobilization as Russia advised. Ukraine is planning to draft another 160,000 into its military as Russia gains ground in the east. Let's get more details from our news reporter Isaac Asenyong.
Ukraine is planning to draft another 160,000 into its military as Russia gains ground in the east region, and on Tuesday said it had fully captured the mining town of Seld. It also comes amid reports that a number of North Korean troops have been deployed to Russia.
Japanese ruling party loses its majority in Bro to new PM. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Ishiba ruling creation lost majority in fourth-row parliamentary elections. Let's get more details from our news reporter Isaac.
Japanese ruling party loses its majority in Bro to new PM. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Ishiba's ruling coalition lost a majority in 14th state lower house in key parliamentary election Sunday, a punishment by voters outraged over the government party's extensive financial scandals. Ishiba's Liberal Democratic Party remains the top party in Japanese parliament, and change of government is not expected, but the result creates political necessity.
One man dies in Channel after a group of people attempting to cross in a fragmented boat.
One man dies in a channel crossing attempt. One person died after a group attempting to cross the channel by inflammable boat got into trouble off the northern coast of France, the local coast guard said on Wednesday. France's Regional Operation Center for Surveillance and Reserve SSR dispatched a rescue vessel and a French Navy helicopter after reports of people struggling in the water between Cardilot and Equilibrium Bridge. These are the news.
Thank you for watching MRIU TV. Thank you. May God bless you. Good night.
My name is Senyong Isaac. I welcome you to MRI Pokopoko News. These are the news headlines. Donald Trump attempts to recover Latino support with Pennsylvania rally. Bangladesh's new outcast students from ex-PM Assamese party now in hiding. Tensions rise in Belgium after influx of displaced people. News in details. Donald Trump attempts to recover Latino support with Pennsylvania rally. A former President Donald Trump held a rally in Pennsylvania targeting Latino votes. Let's hear our news from our correspondent, EMMANUEL.
Donald Trump led supporters in Pennsylvania seeking to bolster his 2024 presidential bid. The state is vital to Trump's strategy. Analysts questions whether Trump can win over Latino voters after past controversies. Donald Trump's rally aimed to recapture Latino support. Trump's campaign highlights economic achievements and promises more jobs. Critics urge Trump's previous policies and hinder genuine connections with Latino voters. Thank you for watching.
Bangladesh's new outcast student from ex-PM Husna's party now in hiding. Reports emerging from Bangladesh indicators that students affiliated with the opposition party. More news is from our correspondent, EMMANUEL.
from the ex-PM Hasina's party now in hiding. Reports emerging from Bangladesh indicates that students affiliated with the opposition party have been forced into hiding. According to the source,
Dhaka's government has accused that the Chhatra League of involvement in activities that threaten public safety. It was banned for their involvement in destructive and terrorist activities, both directly and through incitement. Now, during the demonstrations that led to the ouster of Sheikh Hasina, government
says these students were targeted by supporters of the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's ruling party. The alleged demonstrations follows recent protests against the government. Eyewitnesses describe a calamity of fear, with students fleeing their homes and universities to avoid revenge. Human rights groups have condemned the actions, calling for protection and immediate intervention. The Bangladesh government has yet to comment on the allegation. The international community is urged to pursue Prime Minister Hasina's government to ensure the students' safety and uphold their rights. We will continue monitoring the developing story. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Tensions arise in Belgium after influx of displaced people. Tensions are escalating pre-at LABAN aimed on influx of displaced people. These are our news.
Beirutis streets are filled with families seeking refuge from many conflict zones. The United Nations estimates over 1 million refugees have entered Lebanon, stretching resources thin. Local residents express frustration over.
It was very difficult. I survived miraculously. They bombed a building a few meters away. My house was hit by shrapnel. I escaped at night. When we arrived, they welcomed us and asked us to rest until lunch.
The competition for jobs, housing, and healthcare. International aid organizations are urging increased support for Beirutis over to the regional refugee crisis. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching MRI TV. Stay tuned.